Hey there, internet peeps. It's your good buddy Rue here to let's talk about comic books. Yes. First off, we have Brightest Day #1. See, there we go. Um, it was pointed out to me that maybe 2 weeks ago, I was a bit harsh on #0 when I said, and I quote, that it was a continuation of DC and Jeff Jones' mutual masturbation of the Silver Age. That might have been a bit too harsh, and I read that critique, and I went back and I reread it, and you know what? It wasn't as bad as I made. Annoying might be a better word. It wasn't as annoying as I made it out to be, but it still wasn't really what I wanted. And even after reading right here issue 1, I have a feeling that you know what? I'm just not gonna read this book. Don't get me wrong. I actually am very interested in the idea of Deadman being alive and that whole quest. But for a 26 issue series that comes out every other week, that's going to be what, $3 either way. The rest of the characters, not only do I not care about them, I don't even understand them. And if you're trying to relaunch basically Aquaman and basically the Hawks are my major, I don't no idea what that, or even Firestorm or whatever that guy's name is. I'm sorry, I'm 2 issues in, and maybe I'm stupid. I don't know. I just don't get it, and I don't care. Star Lord, the guy who told me I was a bit too harsh, and many of my other DC friends, I really, really hope you like this book. I have nothing against DC, nothing against Geoff Jones. I love his Flash book. We already discussed. Um, but I'm not going to be reading this. I'm sorry, it's just not my cup of tea. Moving on. Astonishing Spider-Man and Wolverine #1. Normally, and this is Weapon X notwithstanding, I hated that entire series. I'm sorry. Jason Aaron on Wolverine book is totally win, and this book is a complete and utter win. Aaron's writing, whether it's just random dialogue or even the banter between Pete and Logan, is spot on. And the story's fun. Somehow they get shoved back into the prehistoric ages, and Wolverine is fighting Neanderthals. Basically he's in heaven, if you ask me. And for the first time in a long time, Kubert's art, except for this cover, which isn't perfect, but Kubert's art is great. It's perfect for the story. The prehistoric ages, the modern day stuff, the tone of it. I really, really, really enjoyed this. It was a pleasant surprise that just how funny it was. I actually laughed out quite a few times. Amazing Spider-Man 630. Nothing really much to say about the story here. The Lizard stories are basically, no matter what Lizard story it is, it's the same story. I'm sorry, it is. You can give me 20 different examples, and it's all basically going to be, except for the first one, we first became the Lizard. Every other one is, I don't want to be the Lizard. Oh, look, I'm the Lizard. But Chris Polacco, and you know what, I say his name different every time. I'm saying this because his art continues just to always be perfect. Bender, yes. Another complaint I got recently was that I need to invest in some sort of like video editing thing so I don't keep scrolling art across the screen. I don't know how to do that. If someone wants to teach me, email me, IM me, whatever, that'd be great. I'll try to learn, but when it comes to computers, I hit the button that says record. I hit the button that says stop. I don't know how to do anything else, so please educate me if you can. Basically, again, going back to the Balacco's art, 15, oh God, I'm old. 15 years ago when Gen X started, I actually actively hated that art and Gen X and some of the other stuff. I think he did some Age of Apocalypse work too. Since then, in the 16 years since then, either I've matured or my taste matured or his style has, because he's maybe one of 3 artists where if I see that he's drawing the book now, I'll probably pick it up. The guy from The Boys, Derek Robertson, and Sam Keith are the only other 2 artists that I'll follow. I love his work, and he's been, the brand new day stuff that he's been doing has been just perfect in my opinion. Astro City, The Dark Age, Book 4, #4. Come on, roll that around your tongue some, have fun with it. I'm so glad that the entire Dark Age saga is over. We all know how much the Old Man Logan clusterfuck pissed me off. Dark Age started in 2005. Each book 1, book 2, book 3, book 4, was supposed to have 4 comic books in it. 16 comic books. Took until 2010 for 16 comic books to come out. And not only did it just take a long time to come out, which I can kind of forgive, it's an independent book, but it felt that long. Even when I'm rereading these 16 books, it feels like, oh, This feels like it's taken me 5 years to read. Um, I have every single Astro City book in this format. I've loved it since the Samaritan first showed up in Astro City 1. I think it was Image. I'm not even sure. Like, it's changed publishers a couple times. The entire Dark Age saga is the first story I've ever not actively, just disliked. And I've disliked it to the point that if the upcoming Silver Agent two-parter, which somebody have been waiting 10 years to find out that story, doesn't impress me, I might not be getting any more Astro City books. Kurt Busiek, I generally love most of his work. These 16 comics, I'm sorry, dude. It just was. I cannot recommend the Dark Age as much as I can recommend the Astro City, the first trade, especially the Confessor storyline. Dark Age was bad. iZombie #1. Chris Robertson, he's the guy who did the wonderful Cinderella from Fabletown with Love miniseries. That if you like Fables at all, you need to pick that up. It was so good. He's quickly becoming a must-read writer for me. I was gonna get this anyways because it's called iZombie, and for me, I think it's a fun title, and I like Mike Allard's art. And we all know what we're getting when we buy a Mike Allard art book. It's like being surprised that Steve Dillon, all his characters look the same. You know what you're getting when you buy the book. You really don't have any real room to complain. Allard's art is perfect for a lighthearted zombie book, even if the main character looks just like what Dead Girl would look like if Dead Girl was a zombie. I'm not sure if that sentence made any sense, and I apologize. This book is exactly what I want it to be. It's a lighthearted, quirky zombie, werewolf, ghost, monster hunting book that takes place in the real world. We don't need another Walking Dead. We don't need another scary zombie book. And I know there's other lighthearted zombie monster books out there, but I like Vertigo and I like Robertson and I like Allard. I picked this up and I'm going to get more. Vertigo is wonderful. First issue's for $1. Why didn't you buy this? It's $1. There's nothing about this book that you wouldn't at least want to give a shot to. Go back to your shop, pick it up. You lose $1. What really? What's the downside? Pick it up. Good book. It's fun. It's great for new readers. It's a new universe. You don't have to care about backstory. It's not Brightest Day. I don't know. Just pick it up. It's a fun book. I got time, so we're gonna do some trades. The Essential Man Called Nova. If you know anything about any of my other previous trade specials, you know I love the Essential collections. I'm not really that big. 25 comic books for $15. Yeah, I'll get rid of paper quality and color. Furthermore, The New Warriors was basically my first non-X book that I collected on a regular basis. So when I found out this existed, I had to buy it. Nova started in 76 and ended in 79. So it's right there in the Silver Age. So you know you're getting lots of exposition, lots of repetitive nature, and they use the words to tell the story more than the art. That being said, it was still a very enjoyable read, and it made Nova's past, and especially the Sphinx, who's never made any sense to me, it made both of them make more sense. The major complaint I have about this collection, and it's not the story that I'm upset about, it's the collection itself. Nova ended with issue 25, and that's the last comic in this. But it ends with a to be continued in the Fantastic Four. I hate the Fantastic Four. I'm not going to go find that issue. But basically, from the 1979, whatever happened to Fantastic Four, until the New Warriors started, Nova's off the radar. And I don't know what happened at the end of that. And I really think that it shouldn't have cost maybe 50 cents more to put one more issue of a comic book in this collection. I don't know why they didn't. It is a major complaint. And finally, The Losers Volume 3 Trifecta. Where we go? Trifecta. If you were like me and you were too wrapped up in other crap to give this book a shot when it was out in singles, buy this. We did Volumes 1 and 2 a couple months ago. Volume 3, it's still fun. And Diggle shouldn't have written Thunderbolts, but hell, this is a testosterone ride of awesomeness. And here we find out the secret. Volume 3, we finally get to the secret, which I think is perfect. Not too early that it loses all meaning, and it's not so late that nobody cares, Wolverine. And so basically, get The Losers. If you like Nova now, Essential Man Called Nova is worth checking out, maybe from your library. I don't know. And I'm sorry, DC guys, Brightest Day just not my cup of tea. If you have any questions, write them down, send them to me. Later, peeps.